どうなってる？ここにはプライバシーもないのか？
いや、あるよ。シャワーを浴びている間とトイレで排泄中だけには。シャワーは浴びてくれたようだな。さあ、大統領執務室に来てくれ。彼女がお待ちだ。
任務は完了だ、サム。ありがとう。大統領は帰らぬ人となってしまったが、その意志は灰になったわけではない。サム、よく聞いてくれ。アメリカもその再建計画もまだ生きている。
冗談はよせ。
さあ、我々の新しい希望、新しいアメリカだ。
アメリ
母は言ってしまった。だけど私がいる。そしてあなた、サムも来てくれた。
彼女とも10年ぶりだったな。もっとも彼女は10年前と何も変わらないが。
ええ、そうね。私の体はビーチにある。だから年を取ることはない。あなたはいい年の取り方をしたようね。
君は本気でこの世をつなごうと考えてるのか？
誰かがつながなければならない。いや、誰かがブリジットの後を継いでアメリカを再建しなくてはならない。サマンサ・アメリカ・ストランド、新たな大統領だ。孤立した都市と都市をつなぎ直す。アメリを大統領に迎えた上で、我々は新たなアメリカ都市連合を作る。そしてこのアメリカを再建する。そのために君の力を借りたい。
俺はあんたたちとはもうつながってない。ブリジットとも別れを済ませた。
あなたを忘れたことはなかった。つながりを切ったのはあなたの方よ。
アメリはブリッジズ第一次遠征隊を組織して大陸を横断した。
私たちはクレーターや座礁地帯を迂回しながら残された人々を探した。
アメリには奴らがはっきりと見えるからな。
私たちの都市連合に加入意思がある都市にはスタッフを残していった。私たちは3年かけてエッジノットシティにたどり着いた。
西海岸まで？まさか。
本当だ。北米大陸を横断。だが遠征隊は全滅。アメリは閉じ込められた。
バカな。
都市から出られないけど身柄は拘束されていない。だからこうしてあなたたちと話すこともできる。通信装置を使って。
エッジノットシティの独立自治を要求し、彼らはアメリを統治下に置いた。彼らは都市連合への加盟を拒否。アメリはその交換条件における人質だ。
その彼らとは？
彼らは分離過激派の武装集団だ。都市を統治している。
人を殺し、ボイドアウトを起こして都市をクレーターに変える狂気のテロリスト集団。
そうだ。あらゆる手段を講じてボイドアウトテロを画策している厄介な連中だ。
まさかあの自殺者も奴らの仕業？
かもしれん。大陸の至る所にディメンスはいる。いや、潜んでいる。彼らは思想の一種だ。彼らは何者かに統率された一組織ではない。
それがアメリカ再建を阻害する理由でもある。再び都市連合を作らなければ人類は滅びてしまう。私はブリジットのメッセージを運び、都市と人々に呼びかけた。でも全ての人が受け入れてくれたわけじゃない。
繋がらず孤立したまま生きていける、そう主張する人間もいる。彼らやサム、君のように。アメリカ再建は彼らにとって束縛でしかない。つながりは義務を要求し、個人の自由を奪う鎖だと主張している。
これも束縛だろ。テロリストと変わりない。お前らもある種のカルトだ。
違うわサム、それは私たちをつなぐ象徴。今の私たちに必要なのは孤立じゃなくてつながること、そして結び目を作ることよ。
サム、北米大陸をもう一度つなぎ直してくれ。アメリカ残していったスタッフがカイラル通信用の設備を整えている。しかしそれは点でしかない。その点と点をつなげて線にしてほしい。それらの起動にはこのキューピッドが必要だ。ここにカイラル通信を可能にするセキュリティと運営コードの全てが入っている。キューピッドと必要なものを届け、この分断された大陸をつないでほしい。そしてエッジノットシティに閉じ込められたアメリを連れ帰ってくれ。
母の意志を継ぎ、私が大統領に就任する。この国を救うために。
それがブリジットの意志であり、未来を作ることになる。
サム、お願い。あなたが必要なの。
俺はサム・ポーター・ブリッジス、ストランド家の人間じゃない。ブリッジスからも放り出された。もう誰ともつながるつもりはない。
待って。
ほら、俺たちはつながってない。昔も今も。
サム、サム、サム、サム、待て。いいか、アメリカを再建するには君たちが必要だ。
ネットが世界を覆い尽くしても争いは絶えなかった。無理やり世界をつないでもまたほころびが生まれる。同じことを繰り返すだけだ。こんなもので誰もが簡単につながるわけはない。
分かった、落ち着けサム。そう焦るな。分かった。返事はよく考えてからでいい。少し休んだらどうだ。
ああ、そうだサム。睡眠も必要だ。そのまま放っておくとあんたもあの世とつながってしまうぞ。必要なメンテナンスは完了した。あんたとのチューニングも調整を済ませた。まだ使える。ドゥームスと BB の相性がいいのは珍しいことだ。どうやらサムはこいつとだけはつながっているらしいな。
サム、サム、 あなたはサム・ストランド。
いや、もうサム・ストランドじゃない。今はサム・ポーター・ブリッジス。
ストランドには3つの意味がある。1つ目は絆のこと。そして2つ目は座礁という意味。最後の1つは途方に暮れる。私は今西海岸で座礁したまま途方に暮れているの。だけどあなたとの絆は今もつながったまま。あなたは自由よ。だけどつながってる。それを否定しないで。戻ってきて、サム。あなたを待っている。
待ってくれ。
サム、おはようございます。
サム、ダイハードマンだ。長いこと寝ていたな。よほど疲れていたんだろう。このプライベートルームではシャワーやトイレ、装備品のチェックやメンテナンス、情報の閲覧など様々なことができる。詳しい説明はそれぞれのスタッフがする。どうだ、自分で試してみてくれ。現在のブリッジズを知ってほしい。
はじめましてじゃないわね。配送に関するオペレーションとメカニック全般のことは私が担当している。ワークネームはママ。改めてよろしくね。それはストランドと呼ばれている。梱包用だけどそれだけじゃない。それはあなた自身の ID も兼ねているの。よく見て。より糸にはあなたの血が染み込ませてあるわ。
サム、デッドマンだ。事前に調べたあんたのデータをもとに BB のチューニングはしておいた。だがあくまでも理論値だ。あとは実地で様子を見させてくれ。 BB の感度やお互いのつながりを調整しよ
う。スーツはカイラル物質を洗浄してここで管理される。オレンジは死体処理班、青は配達人、赤は医療スタッフ、そして黒は戦闘員用だ。
サム、私はハートマンだ。ビーチのことをはじめとしてデス・ストランディングについて研究を続けている。ルームスや機関車も対象だ。シャワーには付着したカイラル物質の除去効果がある。カイラル物質はホルモン分泌や神経系に影響を与え、その結果カイラル汚染と呼ばれる症状を引き起こす。さまざまな恐怖症の原因にもなり、自殺衝動や破壊衝動に及ぶこともある。君も知っているようにルームスもカイラル汚染の症例の一つなんだ。カイラル物質を除去するだけでなく、君の体液や老廃物、血液や排泄物、髪の毛や爪など、シャワーで流された成分を採取しているのはカイラル物質の含有量チェックが目的だが、君の体調管理のためでもある。さらに機関車である君の体質を分析する目的もあるんだ。
その端末画面でブリッジズが管理しているさまざまなデータを閲覧することができる。君の権限の範囲内ではあるが、情報収集に役立ててくれ。どうだ、手を貸してくれるか。カイラル物質を使ってる。身につけられるのはドゥームスだけだ。これで世界をつないでくれ。世界を再び一つにしてくれ。
俺は運び屋だ。都市をつなげることに興味はない。結び目を作るのはあくまでもアメリを助けるついでだ。
ああ、いいか、サム。アメリと第一次遠征隊は東から西へ北米大陸を横断し、孤立した都市に結び目を整備した。だがインフラが整っただけでカイラル通信はつながってない。今できるのは無線と有線による音声通話とわずかなデータ通信という程度だ。ローカルデータで保管しないとカイラルグラムは表示できない。君が見たアメリやブリッジズのメンバーは皆ローカルデータを元に再計算したホログラムだ。君がすべき任務はそれぞれの結び目にそのキューピッドを接続し、カイラル通信を起動させることだ。キューピッドを現地の端末に接続して初めて相互超大容量0時間通信が可能となる。都市や人の今がつながるだけじゃない。我々の過去までもがつながる。各地で断片化されたデータが一つに統合される。まるで恐竜の化石が復元されるようにな。これによって46億年にも及ぶ地球上の歴史も DS 以降に失われた人類の英知も復元されることになる。そしてそれこそがデス・ストランディング解明の鍵となるはずだ。 通信がつながれば大容量データのカイラルグラムはもちろんカイラルプリンターも使えるようになる。将来的にはかなりのものが通信だけで送れるようになる。
魂ある生物やオリジナルのもの、思い出の代物は送れないはずだ。
そうだ。そのために君たちの存在が必要なんだ。つなぐ前もつないだ後も君たちのような配達人がな。
休む暇はないか。
だから手ぶらってわけにはいかない。詳しくは配送端末で伝える。上の階でチェックしてくれ。荷物はそこで渡す。
よくもここまで使い込んだもんだ。廃棄しておくぞ。
待て、そいつをよく調べてみてくれ。奴らが俺の血に反応した一度だけじゃない。
あんたの血に効果がある？
そのためにたっぷり抜いてるだろ、俺の血を。
分かった。よく調べてみよう。
すまなかったリサ。心配しないでくれ。この子のことは俺が約束する。ビビビビビビ聞こえるか？聞こえるか？パパだよ。
誰かいるか？サムだ。誰かいるか？
サム、ダイハードマンだ。当面の目的はカイラル通信をポートノットシティまでつなぐことだ。だが一度につなぐには距離が遠すぎる。まずはいくつかの中継点となる結び目をカイラル通信で一つずつつなげていく必要がある。最初の結び目はブリッジズの中継ステーションだ。早速依頼を確認してくれ。必要なものを配送しキューピッドを接続してくれ。サム、依頼の概要のところに注意点を書いておいた。しっかり把握して配送を頼む。サム、 ブリッジスからの支給品としてはしごとロープを用意した。どちらも急な斜面で役に立つが、はしごは川にかけて橋として使うこともできる。どの荷物をどうやって持つか、ここでよく考えてほしい。
依頼が受注されました。
おい。
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, triple checked your loadout, I take it?
There's a time for everything. This ain't it.
Don't mind me.
Have a pleasant journey.
Sam, you see that sign someone left over there? You can leave some of your own if you'd like. Messages, warnings, words of encouragement, whatever comes to mind.
Keep on keeping on.
Hello? Hello?
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying... ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam. And Porter Bridges.
Sam, even the best porters have been known to lose their cargo. But you're better than the best. You've got what it takes to finish what they started. If you come across any abandoned shipments, consider taking them to their intended destination.
It's easier than you might think. See, all our packages are tagged with Bridges IDs for easy tracking. And your Odra deck is equipped with a scanner which might detect said IDs. Which is a roundabout way of saying that that thing on your shoulder can help you locate mislaid shipments.
Remember, Sam, every parcel is a promise made to a person in need. And they're counting on you to deliver.
Oh. Almost toppled over.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
Your private locker can be used to store cargo and the like.
Anybody hear me? Anyone?
Remember that prolonged exposure to timefall damages cargo containers. Don't stay out in the rain any longer than you have to.
Hello!
Death Stranding's to blame for all of this. The gazers, the fall of America, everything. It warped the world beyond recognition. Humanity had to scramble like rats fleeing a sinking ship. But there's nowhere else to go. There's no future living like this. If we're to survive, we need to find another way. A way to overcome the BTs, the Death Stranding, the whole damn mess. safely across most rivers, you know. Maybe try using the one we issued you. Shouldn't sustain any damage. And if the cargo itself is okay, then your eval won't be affected. Just take a little extra care from here on out, and you'll be fine. Good luck.
I've got this.
Come on. Keep it together. Give you some water.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Cargo verified. Thank you. delivering cargo.
Thank you. We've all been feeling the loss of Central Knot City. No one seemed to know what it meant for the organization. Or the UCA. Or us. The oxytocin will take the edge off, and that'll be a big help. Won't be long before we're back on track. You may have a look. Okay, yeah. We really appreciate this. It's not ideal, but it's enough to keep us going. You're with the second team, right? Where are the others?
Dead. Caught in the void out.
No way. That one blast got them all? And what, they just sent you out on your own? I mean, if it was just a delivery, that'd be one thing. Porters come through from time to time, but... The second team was meant to bring the Cupid. They were gonna connect us up. 3 years we've been waiting for help. 3 years! And they sent us one guy who's... Shit. Tell me you brought more than the Oxy, at least.
I've got the Cupid.
You... Really? So it's true. I finally got it working. Well, then you just might be the answer to my prayers. So what are you waiting for? You put us on the goddamn grid. Connection to Capital Knot City confirmed. It's really happening. What? We can finally do what we came... Hey, you're headed west, right? Gonna be a lot of people happy to see you. Guess you'll keep on till you hit the coast, huh? Which means you'll get to see Amelie in person. Oh, that's something. That is really something. Me, I've never met her. Only seen her holo messages back when I was with the first expedition. Well, anyway, you best be careful on the road. There's some bad people out there. More than good, some say. But I don't need to tell you that. Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the Cairo network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Delivering cargo.
You'll be delivering supplies for a Cairo printer. The distro center you're going to has one. First expedition set it up. On its own, it's no different from your run-of-the-mill 3D printer. Connected, though, it can utilize Cairo network data to reproduce all kinds of things. And you can imagine how handy that might be. Now, I know I don't need to tell you, but steer clear of any BTs you find out there. Avoid out's the last thing we need.
Sam, it's Hartman. Void outs occur when the living of our world come into contact with beached things. The reaction is similar to what a physicist would call an annihilation, when a subatomic particle collides with its antiparticle. Alas, there ends our understanding. Why do the dead transform into BTs? Why are void outs only triggered by human contact? And why are people like you able to return seemingly unscathed? No one knows. Yet it cannot be a coincidence that these phenomena were observed only after we discovered the beach and bridged this world and the next. Anyway, to reiterate, the only reliable means by which you can prevent a void out is to stay far, far away from BTs.
Sam, if you're in the middle of a run and decide you need to secure your cargo temporarily or entrust it to another porter, you'll want to make use of a post box. In addition to cargo, post boxes can also be used to share gear and weapons, if you're so inclined. Now, I'm sure you've used them before, but humor me and build one. Maybe between Capital Knot and that way station. If you're lacking a PCC, I'm afraid you'll just have to scrounge it up yourself. To build a post box, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC... Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box. Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that post box, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time. Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC. Use it to build a post box within the area I specified. Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking post box. If you access it and select Share Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
Over here! Over here! Anybody hear me?
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Keep on keeping on.
All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. Gotta say, all right then. Good work.
Name's Sam.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught. their thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
What you looking for, dumbass? Hey, come and get me.
Whoa. That was close.
Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though. The strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels. It triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain armed until departure. Cargo verified. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised.
Way station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome, when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend. Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network? Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA. Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do. Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Looks like some cargo has been transported to its destination. You can access the share.
Your work is greatly appreciated.
Dead man, you there? Little help?
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
It's in.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached. Each one has been physically removed from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east. Back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said, extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
Sam, this is Hartman. Deadman relayed your request to me, as I oversee BT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Drilling. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. 5, oh, 4, it's almost time.
2, 1. After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Sam, sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. Now, we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Sam, out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know. After all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site. which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Heads up, Sam. Distro Center staff's got a favor to ask. Probably best I start from the beginning.
This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught the porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Sam, the area around that distro center has produced a significant quantity of chiral crystals. Matter of fact, that's where the chiralium used in your Cupid's internal circuitry came from. They have a range of applications, including equipment fabrication. Bottom line, they're a valuable resource and one you'll want to make the most of. I'll let Hartman explain in more detail, but chiral crystals don't exactly grow on trees. If you see any deposits, you should go out of your way to gather them, especially since folks with dooms are the only ones that can, provided they have the necessary equipment, that is. I'll see that it's added to your supplies for this order.
Sam, it's Hartman. Following the discovery of the beach, we not only began to observe heretofore unseen phenomena, but a new type of matter, chiralium. I say new, but it has doubtlessly existed since the dawn of the universe. We believe it was always there, like dark matter and certain particles, ever present, yet overlooked because we lacked the capacity to see it. Chiralium appears to be unbound by the constraints of physics as we understand them. It can stop time or move contrary to it. On occasion, it even defies gravity. In practical terms, it can stop or even reverse time and causes objects to float. A special cylindrical case is required to collect and store it. Suffice it to say, the procurement of samples is vital to our ongoing research.
Sam, the area around that distro center has produced a significant quantity of chiral crystals. Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area. That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests, it provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned.